00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Star Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and say welcome to the Monday edition of the morning show. Once again, this is Starr Radio UK and this is the Monday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
So from now till 12:30, let me call it, okay, be precise, 12:20, I'm going to bring you everything that you need to know from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. If it's making the headlines, as we say on this platform, I'm going to bring that your way. So, but let me take the opportunity to say good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, and to HRH Linda Palian as well, and to every one of you, Bishop Adeshina, Anthony Adedeji, Aziz, Shamsuddin, Richard Aboshade, and then to Pastor Momo, Pastor Emmanuel Chidi, to Dr. Morton, and you all guys there. Felix all the way in Aberdeen, massive good morning to you. Kojode, good morning. And to you wonderful people who tune in each day to listen to us. We salute each and every one of you. Mary Zakofu, good morning to you. And to somebody say all and sundry. But what did that man say in Kumasi? He said all and sundry. But wherever you are, yes, we salute you. All protocol observed. And once again, I say welcome the Reverend Michael Esiama, all the way in Ghana. Man of God, I call him my big Reverend. Good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well as well. And everything is working out good. Okay. So by way of program outline, I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then after which we'll be bringing you the details of all those stories. And then at a quarter to 12, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussions. Then at 12 o'clock, I take you to Cyprus, where we'll have our own HRH, Linda Pali, joining in at 12 o'clock to bring you Career 101. Hopefully by 12:20, the program will be brought to a close for today. So in Nigeria, that's what's going to be. But do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones. Okay, yes, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, so let's crack on. So by way of the quote for the day, it says what? Try to make everybody happy because everybody has a right to be happy and to have what they need. Interesting. Try to make everybody happy because everybody has a right to be happy and to have what they need. There's something that a friend said some time ago, but I can't say it. It's not airworthy, so I can't say that. He said nobody has got their happiness at the side of the devil, some part of the devil. He said nobody has got their happiness there. So that means that everybody has happiness. They have the right to be happy, right? Okay, right. But it is a saying that where your freedom ends, that's where someone's freedom begins. So we are all intertwined, and you have to be careful that you don't step on others to take out their happiness. But when that happiness is also affecting you or impacting you negatively, what do you do about that? It's just by way of the quote for the day. 10:55 the time, Starr Radio UK. Let's say good morning to my lovely wife Lottie, who is also perching, listening to us as well wherever she is. Yes, so welcome to the Starr Radio UK morning show. Now let's quickly just bring you what is happening when it comes to the weather front. Now, those of you who love the hot weather, I bet you are rejoicing, right? Yes, let me say good morning to Eben as well. Eben is a Hammond. Yesterday he sent me pictures of heavy snow in Cape Town, South Africa, and I was like, whoa, the tide turned, and you know weather is what we're seeing exactly. It's quite an interesting one, right? But this afternoon, this is how the weather is going to be. This afternoon, the south will stay dry and warm with plenty of sunshine and just some patchy cloud. The north will be cloudier, and the northwest will see patchy light rain moving in later on. Now tonight, patchy rain in western Scotland will tend to dissipate, but the odd shower may linger in the far north. Plenty of clear spells for most, but areas of cloud lingering in the northern areas as well. Now when it comes to London and the southeastern part of England, this is what is going to pertain for us today, and I can tell you what is going to happen over the weekend as well. Well, now today we're going to be seeing this afternoon remaining dry and settled with plenty of sunshine and just a few patches of cloud, developing a warm or very warm day for many. Now tonight we'll see any patches of cloud dissipate to leave extensively clear with very little to no cloud around. Light gentle winds expected as well. Top temperature is going to be 28 degrees, the lower is going to be 15 degrees. Pollen level is going to be moderate, UV level high, pollution moderate as well. Sunset is going to be at 20:52 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 05:21 hours, and that brings us to the end of the weather forecast for today. But tomorrow we're going to have a blanket sunshine like today as well. That's but the top temperature is going to be 29 degrees, 1 degree warmer, and the lower is going to be at 18 degrees going up. But come Wednesday it drops a bit to 26, and then Thursday 26, Friday we're going to be having 25 degrees, and then Saturday a bit of rain, 23 degrees, and then Sunday it drops a bit further to 22 degrees. So coming back to a bit of normality there. Somebody say normality. Well, some of us, that's the temperatures that we want. Okay, yes, but those of you who want the sun, why not make hay while the sun shines? But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now let me take you straight to the travels, and let's see what is happening on your travels this morning. As we saw on this platform, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads as we keep it navigated, our promise, our bond. Now on the underground this morning, the central line is experiencing minor delays between Hainault and Leytonstone via Norbury Park due to train cancellations. Good service on the rest of the line though. Now Hammersmith and City line also experiencing minor delays due to an earlier signal failure at Barking, and then the Northern line also experiencing minor delays between due to an earlier points failure at Camden Town. Well, now on the other underground lines, good service throughout. London Cable Car, my apologies, London Tramlink and DLR are all running a good service, but the London Overground, yes, as we've been announcing, until the 4th of August, no service between Hackney Downs and Chimford. There are replacement buses working there as well. This takes us straight to the major roads in London. Now on the major roads in London, Central London Red Routes and North Circular A406 have all our experiencing serious delays, so if you can avoid that, do your best to do so. The river bus is also have got one minor delay, that is on the Woolwich Ferry. Woolwich Ferry is operating one boat service until further notice due to unavailability of crew. Please allow extra time for your journey, so wet or white is always enough. Okay, and then when it comes to the London Cable Car, good service throughout there, bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update, and that is what the National Rail. And I will continue to say, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the roads as we keep it navigated at 11 o'clock. Now on the National Rail this morning, the first haul trains have got minor delays. First Transpennine Express minor delays. Now Grand Central minor delays. Great Western Railway minor delays. Greater Anglia minor delays. London North Eastern Railway minor delays. Lumo minor delays. Northern Rail minor delays. Scott Rail minor delays. Southwestern Railway minor delays, and Southern have also got minor delays. Also we've got Gatwick Express that is experiencing or is providing special service, so please check before you leave. That aside, all the others are running a good service, but this is where I would say it as I normally would do. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what, continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Yes, we take a commercial break and I will be back with you. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 002332006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. If you're listening to me, how is the sound there? Let me know. But invite your friends to like our pages as well, wherever you might be. Okay, now let's go global trotting at exactly 2 minutes past the top of the hour. That is 2 minutes past 11 here. That is BST. If it's GMT, it is 2 minutes after 12. Yes. Okay. So now let's crack on. My apologies. If it's GMT, it is 2 minutes after 10. It's 2 minutes after 10 instead. Yeah, I've forgotten that we are in BST, not GMT. All right then. An hour ahead. Okay. So now moving on to, or taking you onto the global stage. With what is happening there here in the UK, where Reeves is to set to axe projects to plug budget shortfalls. Now, some will be saying that this is what we were talking about when Labour was going on, that, well, we're not going to be increasing taxes, we're not going to be doing that, and that, everything is going to be taken along nicely. We will, and they were asking, what about the black hole? They said there are no black holes, but now they're saying there seems to be a black hole. But she's saying that, well, we're going to be unveiling the shortfall, and then we'll tell you some of the projects that will have to be axed or suspended. So you want to know more, you got to stay tuned, and I'll be bringing you more on that. A woman has died after attack while walking a dog. Anita Rose died in hospital 4 days after being found unconscious on a track in her village. So this dog attack, is it dog that attacked her, or is it somebody who attacked her? Anita Rose was found unconscious on a track in Brantham, Suffolk on Wednesday. She died in Eden Brooks Hospital in Cambridge on Sunday morning. The police said 45-year-old man from Ipswich area who had already been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder had been re-arrested on suspicion of murder. Miss Rose was found on the track between the railway line and the sewage works by a member of the public at about 0625 BST, and it's quite a worrying one. But we're going to be telling you more in details about what exactly has happened on that front. So this time it's got nothing to do with the dog. It's somebody who attacked her while she was walking her dog. Mom school CCTV plea after autistic son attacked. We'll see about that. That's why I'll bring you more on that front. And Kemi Badenoch has announced bid to become Tory leader. Well, everybody seems to be throwing their hat in the ring for that position. Let's see what happens. Well, Parliament will go on recess from tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But they said that whatever it is, they will announce the leader of the Conservatives by or in November. So let's follow it closely and let's see. Border zone at Dover to be expanded ahead of a new EU rules. Yeah, we'll be telling you more about that there as well. And the family of a man kicked in head expresses concern for hurt officers. Really? Okay, when some of the videos were shown and they were not showing the bit that the guy who was kicked in the head was going on punching the police officers and doing all sorts, they were saying, hey, now that they saw that the police were also hurt in there, they are now saying, we are showing concerns about that. Well, let's see what is going to happen about it. Two crash on A1 during safety report filming is one of the stories making the rounds there as well. A woman dies in Channel Crossing attempt. Some of the stories there, bringing you more from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, Venezuela's president Maduro has been declared winner in disputed votes. Well, it was obvious that he's saying that he's winning by hook or crook. So was it crook or was it hook? Which one was it? Now, President Nicolas Maduro has won Venezuela's presidential election according to a partial results announced by the Electoral Council. Now, the head of the National Electoral Council, Elvis Amoroso, who is a close ally of Mr. Maduro, said with 80% of ballots counted, President Maduro had 51% of the vote compared to 44% for his main rival. He said he was winning by hook or crook. So, well, he says, yeah, I won. What can he say? He said, if you don't let him win, the country or the nation is going to descend into chaos, proper war. And so, well, he also announced that, wouldn't he? Now, in other stories as well, Israeli ministers authorized Netanyahu retaliation against Hezbollah. Now, Israel's Security Cabinet has authorized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his defense minister to decide when and how to retaliate for a deadly rocket attack. Israel and US say was carried out by Lebanese Shia militant group Hezbollah. Ministers met in emergency session following the strike in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights on Saturday evening, which killed 12 children and teenagers from the Druze community. Hezbollah has denied responsibility. It was the deadliest cross-border incident in months of exchange of fire between the two sides. Who actually undertook that action? Well, not very sure of it, but we will be telling you more about that in a moment. All right, then. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, moving on straight to Africa as well. Now, ex-South Africa President Zuma reportedly expelled from the ANC. It was obvious that it was coming because he formed the party in Nkugo was his way to compete the presidency with the control of parliament with the ANC. So obviously he's made his bed, so he has to lie in it. So we'll be telling you more about that as well. A Nigerian boxer fails drugs test at Olympics. That's a sad one there. A wrong national anthem played for South Sudan at Olympics. Which one was played? I'll be telling you more about that during the course of the program, so stay tuned, don't go away. Still in Nigeria, Peter Obi insisted that Kenneth Okonkwo cannot be called a Mo. Why? He said that through his media aid, LH acquires 9 mobile reconstitutes board, and Wiki mobilizes youth against hunger protests. MTN releases easy steps on block line as telcos begin final phase of SIM discos. Now, comply with NNPCL regulations. Arawa Youth urges Dangote refinery. Comply with NNPCL regulations. Arawa Youth are urging Dangote refinery. And what is that? Now, Protest Education Minister tax VC students staff safety, and Nigeria Electricity Regulation Commission asks INBET to cease trading electricity. Okay, so those are some of the stories making the rounds there as well. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay, so moving on to some of the other stories making the rounds still on the African continent. Growing calls for Gabon's transitional leader to stand out. We're going to be telling you more about that. Growing calls after he came to power in a coup. There are growing calls for Gabon transitional president Brice Oligui Nguema to run for office. Well, he was saying that he wasn't going to be running for office. All that he wanted to do was to just clear the space and then let somebody election be run. But he's a cop of the former president. Yeah, what do you think about all that? They come in saying one thing, the next moment they say, oh, it's not us, our own people are calling us to take the stance. But what do you think about all that? In Ghana, EC's IT and statistics output are weak. They pose a threat to the election. Omane Boama is saying, what do you think about that? Dr. Omane Boama's statement there. And then another story that I'll be interested in looking at in the 2023 Auditor General Report uncovering irregularities of 8.799 billion Ghana cedis, a 41% decrease over previous year. So they seem to be singing praises that look, this is a wonderful one. This Auditor General has seen, has checked the books, and we see that what corruption or misappropriation or whatever term that they will use for it is dropping by 41%. So we seem to be doing very, very well. Is it because of the elections, so they want to paint some nice pictures? Other people would think, you know what? Well, the government or the president, they promise fighting corruption, and it seems to be doing so. What about the ones that are being reported about, and what has gone on there? This and a lot more going to be coming your way from Starr Radio UK. So wherever you are, don't you think of touching the dial. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And those of you who are also interested in royalty, especially when it comes to Ghana, the Domahini Osaji for say there your Ajiman Bedu II has averred the Asante Hene Sutum for 32 lakhs the authority to install a permanent chief at the Fiapre, a town in Sunyani West Municipal in the Bono regions of Ghana. Addressing his community members over the weekend, Nanajiman Bedu II noted that Asante Hene is recognized as a paramount chief by Ghana's constitution, and that the paramount chief cannot install another paramount chief on land and does not fall under his kingship. So this and a lot more going to be coming your way from there. This is Starr Radio UK. Let's take a quick break. Oh, not a quick break, a musical break. And once we come back, I'll be bringing you everything else that you need to know pertaining to the details of this story. But this is from Makafui Dawo and Ejapia, and it says, God is enough for me, a song that I've fallen in love with of late. So enjoy it, and I'll be with you. Stay tuned, don't you go away.
Satisfaction you can never find in yourself or in another human's eyes. You tried everything, but what joy did it bring? You thought you were feeling high, but you were living a lie. I doubted when they told me that you could make it right. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I knew it'll turn out right. I looked into myself and the emptiness inside. Tell me, can you feel me? How are you? Enough for me? Enough for me? Would you satisfy me completely? I want to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Who'd have ever thought that I'd find someone like you, who loves me unconditionally like the way you do. Every single day I wake up and I pray that your mercy and your grace will find me in all kinds of ways. So
this is Starr Radio UK.
Like Daniel in the den, or even if it's like Lazarus who was dead and in the grave, I'm gonna look up to the hills like David did to you, and cry out with all faith in me that God, you're enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me.
Yeah, enough for me, enough for me. You satisfy me completely. I've come to believe you are all that I need, my God, enough for me. You did not let go of me. You said you will take care of me. In my days I've never seen the righteous abandoned,
where he died on Calvary. He supplied my every need and proved without a doubt he's enough for me, enough for me. He satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me.
Nyamabu esu bonam edi bonamle lucianume meva bobina ewe kumia nyamabu esu bonam mawu esu bonam
Satisfies me completely. I've come to believe you're all that I need. God, you're enough for me.
Nyamabu esu bonam edi bonamle lucianume meva bobina ewe kumia nyamabu esu bonam mawu esu bonam minyamebu mame oh my God, you're enough for me. Oh my God, you're enough for me.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show. Enlighten your day with Starr Radio.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. 90 minutes past the top of the hour at the time. A very dull, quiet, sunny day here in London. Wherever you are, can you tell me how the weather is like? Are you enjoying it at all? What do you think about all that? Yes. Oh, okay. Let me say good morning to my niece, the niece. Welcome back home. Oh, okay. So we'll catch up later. Listen to Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So now let's move on to some of the stories making the rounds, the details of it this morning. So starting from home here in the UK. When it comes to the Olympics, okay, let's kick off from there. Tom Daley has won his 5th Olympics medal with a superb silver alongside Noah Williams in the men's synchronized 10-meter platform in Paris. Now, Daley, 30, effectively retired from the sport after winning gold in the event in Tokyo, but he and Williams, 24, looked calm as he returned to the bigger stage. Now, the pair applied pressure to China's Lian Junjie and Yang Hao, who were ultimately in a class of their own for gold after 3 world titles in a row and were comfortable silver medalists after 6 fine dives. Now, Daley did not compete for 2 years but was persuaded to come out of retirement when his son Robbie, now age 6, said he wanted to see his papa dive at an Olympics. All right. Well, we say things and we can just say that, oh, this is my child saying this. You think that the child has the sense enough to say that, well, I want to see you die. But well, he says that that's what the son said. So who am I to say that no? Well, it's already okay. Now, interestingly, the Chancellor is set to announce immediate cuts worth billions of pounds aimed at plugging a gap in the public finance when she addresses Parliament on Wednesday. Now, Rachel Reeves' plans are expected to include the cancellation of some roads and rail projects, a reduction in spending on external consultants, and a drive to cut public sector wastes. Now, she will accuse the previous government of covering up shortfalls in departmental budget and then running away. However, the Conservative Party said the Chancellor's message was designed to con the British public so that she could raise taxes. A Treasury internal audit of the public finances will be published on Monday, and is expected to show a further gap of around £20 billion pounds between tax revenues coming in and expected spending. The Chancellor will tell Parliament that this requires immediate action to restore economic stability and fix the foundation of our economy. Now, projects that could be paused or cancelled include the road tunnel under the Stonehenge World Heritage Site and Boris Johnson's new hospital program. Before the elections, leading economists warned that the sums did not add up and that the new government will face a stack of choice between raising taxes, cutting spending, or abandoning its commitment to reduce debt in medium term. But the incoming government had said it found the situation was even worse than it expected, describing it as catastrophic, with extra demands on the government purse being uncovered as new ministers went through their department's account with a fine-tooth comb. Now, Ms. Reeves is said to be genuinely shocked by some of the findings. However, she will not suggest at this stage that taxes rises will be required. Instead, she will invite the Office of Budget Responsibility to make an assessment of public finance. She will also kick off the process of a spending review, which looks at the departmental budget over the longer terms. Budget or similar fiscal events will be held only once a year, with Ms. Reeves expected to set a date for her first in autumn. Now, insiders suggest that had the Chancellor wanted to raise taxes, she would have held an emergency budget this week. But that instead, she will restate manifesto commitment to not raise the rates of personal taxes, including income tax. Monday's announcement is about tough spending decisions, Pat McFadden, Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, said. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. So what do you think about that? Did they know, or did they had an inkling about what the black holes seem to be like, or actually they didn't know at all? This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. While still on the political front, let's go there. Now, Kemi Badenoch has also promised to renew the Conservative Party as she becomes the sixth person to launch a bid to become the next Tory leader. The Shadow Housing Secretary said she will return her party to first principles, now including a focus on sovereignty and revived confidence in capitalism. The 44-year-old, hoping to take over from ex-Prime Minister Rishi Sunak regularly, tops polls among Conservative Party members. Now she joins Dame Priti Patel, Mel Stride, Robert Jenrick, Tom Tugendhat, and James Cleverly in the race to replace Mrs. Sunak. The former Home Secretary Suella Braverman has said she will not be running. Ms. Badenoch said the Conservative Party needs to focus on doing some things well, not everything badly, to recover from their worst ever election result, which left them with 121 MPs. Now, writing in the Times newspaper, she said, "My campaign is launching with an explicit focus on renewing our party for 2030, the first full year we can be back in government and the first year of a new decade. Under her, the Conservatives will speak the truth again. and return to its roots, Ms. Badenoch said. In the article, Ms. Badenoch made a case for leaving the European Convention of Human Rights, a major dividing line within the Conservative Party. Some conservatives argue leaving the convention is key to controlling immigration and enhancing national security, but others worry it could damage the UK's international reputation and legal protection. We can't control immigration until we reconfirm our belief in the nation state and sovereign duty it has above all else to serve its own citizens, Ms. Badenoch said. Now, our public services will never fully recover from the pandemic until we remember that government should do some things well, not everything badly. Now, central to a pledge for renewal and reuniting the Conservative Party is an unwavering embracing of capitalism. Now, do you think she's going to fare well? Or it's going to be one of those things? Or maybe, yeah, they'll just give her a chance and then maybe they go for midterm elections and they lose woefully and then they kick her out. Or do you think, well, black and black? Well, we had a minority person, somebody from a minority community becoming the prime minister, and now somebody from the minority community once again becoming the leader of the opposition. Do you think that will work out well for them at all? Well, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK at 11:28. The family of a man who was kicked in the head by the police at Manchester Airport have said they are concerned for an injured officer, any injured officers after a second video emerged. Are they trying to say that they didn't know what took place? Now, footage shared online showed a Greater Manchester Police firearms officer striking a man twice as he lay on the ground at about 20:30 BST on Tuesday. An additional recording sourced by the Manchester Evening News showed the lead up in which a fight broke out between two men and officers. A source representing the family involved said if anyone broke the law, they should face due process. Now, during the melee, two police officers were punched to the ground before officers were able to restrain the suspect using tasers. Now, Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham called for people to wait until they had the full context of the incident before judging those involved. In his response, Mr. Burnham the family representative said there was no context justifying an assault when someone is on the ground. Really? Somebody who in the past few moments was punching the place and virtually they were saying we're even scared that our ammunition or guns or anything will be used against us. Well, see, when the table turns, to see how people try quickly to come and justify whatever thing that they did. Now, the two men involved in the incident have been named as Mohammed Fahir Ahmaz and Ahmad Ahmaz. On Thursday, their then solicitor Ahmed Yakub said Mr. Ahmaz was kicked in the head by a police officer. Mr. Yakub claimed a CT scan had found a cyst on his client's brain. Mr. Yakub is no longer acting for the family, which has instructed a new lawyer. The family's new representative said Mr. Ahmaz was traumatized and due to have further scans. Their representative also said the family had real concerns for any police officers injured. The footage of the incident sparked a protest outside Rochdale Police Station on Wednesday night and another in Manchester City on Thursday evening. The Greater Manchester Police have said that the police officers have been suspended in connection with the incident. But well, I hope that he's exonerated, because in this case, it's not like they just came and somebody you say that, oh, somebody is just there and they're on the ground. But you see the way this guy was going around punching, kicking, and that. So the guy wants to make sure that if you are down, you are down. I'm not saying that I'm not glorifying being that way or using violence in doing anything, but he who goes to equity must go with equity. All right. Well, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:31, where we're crossing over to other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has vowed to relaunch relations with China as she began her first visit to Beijing since taking office. Ms. Meloni met Chinese Premier Li Qiang at the beginning of a 5-day trip and signed a 3-year plan to strengthen economic cooperation between the two nations. It comes after Ms. Meloni last year removed their country from President Xi Jinping's signature Belt and Road Initiative, the BRI. At the time, Rome said the massive Chinese investment scheme had failed to bring any benefit to Italy. Now, Ms. Meloni described her trip as a demonstration of the will to begin a new phase to relaunch our bilateral cooperation. She also said the two countries have signed on an agreement that aims to boost cooperation on electric vehicles and renewable energy. In a statement released by his office, Premier Lee said the two countries aim to increase mutually beneficial cooperation between small and medium-sized enterprises in the field of shipbuilding, aerospace, new energy, and artificial intelligence. Now, Italy was the only major Western nation to sign up to the BRI, one of China's most ambitious trade and infrastructure projects. The move was heavily criticized at the time by the US and some other major Western countries. Now, since coming to office in 2022, Ms. Meloni has sought to lead a more pro-Western and pro-NATO foreign policy than her predecessors. Before withdrawing from the BRI, Ms. Meloni had described the former government decision to join it as serious mistake. However, every country which is BRI member knows that China is first and they are second. And I don't think Italy, as a G7 member, wanted to be grouped together with Russia, Pakistan, or Sri Lanka, said Alicia Garcia Herrero, chief economist for the Asia Pacific region at investment bank Natixis. Now, with that BRI, Meloni is coming to China at a different level of engagement, less as a vessel and a more as a partner, she said. So not going to be at the receiving end, but this is what I can present. You can also present that. So we see ourselves as equals. Now, and Ms. Meloni, Italy has moved to block a Chinese state-owned company from taking control of tire-making giant Pirelli. Now, Rome has also supported a recent move by the European Commission to impose tariffs as much as 37.6% on electric vehicles imported from China. Two-way trade between two countries reached 66.8 billion euros last year, making China Italy's largest non-EU trading partner after the US. But other countries, the Western allies themselves, are stopping those things from happening. But you look at the population of China and the money that they've also got in the background, you want to be like, okay, let's get it on. Yeah, okay, but coming in as vassals, not ones that everything will be hipped or dumped upon. But listeners, this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In North Korea, wow, the president is no joke, you know. He is traveling in a 4x4, traveling through a flood. I bet you if they are stranded, they will be made to carry him like no man's business. I can see pictures of him. Mr. Kim was shown to be traveling through a flooded area in a black Lexus car. Now, record-breaking rain left thousands of people stranded by floods in North Korea over the weekend, prompting leader Kim Jong-un to declare an emergency. State media report is said to be saying photographs show submerged farmlands and homes after heavy rain hit Sunugyo City and Ujo County, which border China, according to the Rodong Sinmon. Now, state media said many were later rescued by airlift, although the BBC is unable to independently verify details of their report. Such natural disasters are likely to compound existing issues like food scarcity and poor infrastructure in North Korea. The secretive state, which is perhaps better known for concealing negative issues happening within its borders to the outside world, appears to have been relatively open about this latest disaster, with the official newspaper noting it was grave crisis. Seeing his face there, he's like, oh yeah. Now, even more, however, the report did not mention any casualty figures. It did say more than 4,200 North Korean residents were evacuated after over 10 planes made as many as 20 consecutive round trips flights there. Well, we hope that they open their doors for relief from outside world to pour in, because we know they don't have the means to do that. But maybe they have support from other parts of the world, so that's going to happen. But what do you think about all that? This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:37. Now, rocket strike put Israel and Hezbollah on brink of all-out war. The University of Haifa, less than 50 kilometers from the Israeli border with Lebanon, they're taking no chances. The morning after a rocket fell on football field in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights, killing 12 children and teenagers, the university authorities announced that all staff based above the 5th floor in the 30-story building should work from home. The fear is growing that they're in the line of fire from the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. It lies in the line of the fire from the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. In the last war with Hezbollah in 2006, their weapons reached Haifa. Esther Papara, a member of staff from the Esther Papara, a member of staff from the university, told members, some of our reporters, now this is a dangerous moment. Parents are helping police and guards to patrol kindergartens. I am avoiding crowds places. We don't seek war, but Hezbollah want to destroy Israel and the Jewish people. So can we just let them do that without defending ourselves? Now, cross-border fire between Israel and Lebanon has grown steadily since the 8th of October, when Hezbollah fired rockets and shells at Israel's sites in solidarity with Hamas' attack on Israel a day earlier. Both groups call for the destruction of the Israeli state. But, well, Israel's cabinet has given the Prime Minister the power, the mandate to retaliate in whatever means, whatever way they deem fit. Okay. Now, President Nicolas Maduro has won Venezuela's presidential election according to partial results announced by the Electoral Council. The head of the National Electoral Council, Elvis Amoroso, who is a close ally of Mr. Maduro, said the 80% ballot counted President Maduro had 51% of the vote compared to 44% for his main rival. But what happened? Well, let me say good morning to Bishop Adeshina. Yes, my bishop, I hope you are doing very well. Bishop Adeshina says Nigerian politicians begging Nigerian youth not to embark on nationwide protests, while many holding public offices already running away to the diaspora countries. Again, protest scheduled for Thursday this week. Well, people are suffering. People are saying, you say you want to increase our wages, and they say, well, whatever we want, you didn't even scratch the surface. They wanted up to 600,000 naira per month, but the government say, you know what, we can give you about 70,000. But it looks like people are saying, you know what, we are being tightened, squeezed. Our necks are actually we feel we are being suffocated, and they are planning to embark on a strike. But what do you think is going to happen? And let me say good morning to Mavis Ekufu as well. I hope you are doing very, very well. Yes, how is Tete? Yes, and how I hope the work is good and you had a very nice weekend as well. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Now moving on straight to the African front, where we're kicking it off from Niger. But top on the agenda, that's what Bishop Adeshina has said. He says that, well, Nigerian politicians begging the youth. And then in other stories making the rounds there from Nigeria as well, we have Peter Obi, who is insisting that Kenneth Okonkwo cannot be called a mole. Why? How? Does he trust him to that level? Well, Yunusa Tanko, the media spokesperson for the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Obi has revealed a conversation with his principal following the decision of Nollywood actor cum politician Kenneth Okonkwo. Now, reports coming through said that Okonkwo, in a statement via his Instagram page on Sunday, accused Peter Obi of being too weak and indecisive to confront national issues. The movie star noted that a series of events in the Labour Party inspired his determination to chart a new course in his political journey, especially as Peter Obi has refused to seize the moment to build a solid party of integrity. In reaction, the Labour Party on Sunday, through its National Publicity Secretary Obiora Ifo, said it's aware of the moles within its ranks who are sure to be exposed and fumigated. Oh my goodness, that's a strong word there. Well, how are they going to be fumigating them? Okay, flash them out, as some would say. But as we heard politicians begging the youth, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, is mobilizing Abuja youths and other stakeholders against joining the planned protest that is supposed to take place. The Minister of Federal Capital, Nyesom Wike, is mobilizing Abuja youths and stakeholders against joining the planned August 1 to 10 nationwide protest over hunger and hardship. Now, speaking during a ministerial engagement with the FCT youth from Abuja South Federal Constituency in Kwale Area Council of the FCT on Sunday, Wike said youths and other stakeholders in Buari and Gwagwalada Area Council will also be engaged in the same issues in the coming days. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that a similar interaction was held with stakeholders in Abuja Municipal Area Council in Abuja on Saturday. The minister explained that their interaction was to enlighten them on the ills of protests and why they should not be part of it. We thank the traditional rulers and the area council chairman for mobilizing FCT youth for their interaction to enlighten them against joining a protest they do not have a stake in. Really, there is no need for the protest. The current administration is barely 1 year in office and not even enough to assess. It's not enough time to assess its performance. You can't judge leadership within 1 year. I have not been in office up to a year, but I have done so much that should be appreciated and convince people that FCT is working, he said. The minister said that so much has been achieved in education, health, and other sectors, particularly security. Now, he urged residents to commend and encourage the security agencies to do more, adding that it will be unfair not to do so. It is not fair to say we have not done anything on security when we have improved security in the FCT. He said that in view of the current development in the FCT, what was desired was peace and not protest. We want peace in FCT, that's the Federal Capital Territory, and so we cannot fold our hands and allow it to be destroyed in the guise of protest, Wike said. But is the protest going to be taking place at all? Now, have they looked at the concerns of people in that part of the world? Because they are saying that protest is in line with the hunger and the suffering that Nigerians are going through. But this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London at 11:45. So the lines are open. You want to join in the conversation, feel free to do so. And I promise you one thing for sure, I will allow you, whether you are going to phone in on 0208-133-2257 or you're going to text or WhatsApp at 0753-966-1744 or use our Twitter at Starr Radio UK and or use our Twitter X, yes, X, or email us at starradiouk info@starradiouk.com. Whatever the situation is, I'll give you the chance to do so, or you can post it on any of the platforms that we are broadcasting on this morning. But well, interestingly, despite pleas from the government, some youth have trooped to the street of Niger State to protest the economic hardship in Nigeria. Information coming that was gathered by some of our reporters that protesters stormed the streets on Monday chanting anti-government songs. They were wielding placards such as "Enough is enough," stop anti-masses policies. We are not slaves in our country. Hardship is unbearable. Fuel subsidy must be back, among others. Now, the Daily Post recalls that last week, Governor Mohamed Bago had wooed residents of Niger with welfare packages to prevent the protests. He had announced a 20,000 naira wage allowance for state and local government civil servants, ordered the immediate release of 50,000 metric tons of assorted grains to be sold at subsidized rates to mitigate the current economic hardship. But the people thought, you know what, whatever you've done doesn't go far enough. We are going to do whatever we want to do, and that seemed to be it. So with Wike and all other people calling for, hey, you know what, calm down, it's just a year, it's too soon for you to judge our performance, just allow us. But people are saying, how can we be sustained until your fourth year, your third or maybe your fourth year, to say that you've done well? By that time, somebody will say, quench walai, we would have been gone. But what do you think about all that? This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As I said, at 12 o'clock, we take you to Cyprus, where we bring you Career 101. So wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. But the chieftain of New Nigeria People's Party, Ambassador Olufemi Ajadi Oguntoyimbo, has advised organizers of the planned protests across the country not to allow hoodlums to hijack the protests. Oguntoyimbo, in a statement made available today, said that peaceful protest is lawful. Advised organizers to be peaceful during the protest. The NNPP chieftain called on federal government led by President Bola Tinubu to allow a peaceful demonstration without military intervention and violence. Well, we'll be watching it very, very closely as we have our protests and our astounded listeners and the viewers on the background. Yes, I know they'll be feeding us with the necessary information that we need to know so that we can share it with you. Let me say good morning to Mr. Olayome Koike. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let me bring you one final one from Nigeria, and then we'll move on from there. And this around pertaining to the Africa's richest person, Dangote. Now, Arawa Youth Assembly has urged Dangote Refinery Chief Executive Officer Aliko Dangote to comply with guidelines and standards of Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited as the country's regulatory body of the oil and gas industry. The Speaker of the Assembly, Mohammed Salihu Danlami, at a press conference in Abuja yesterday, said it would be selfish for Dangote to expect the NNPCL to bend the regulations to serve them. The Dangote and the Nigerian Mainstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority alongside the NNPCL have embroiled in a dispute recently, ranging from monopoly allegations to crude oil supply for the refinery, substandard fuel imports, and ownership of blending plants in Malta. However, Danlami said before establishing the Aliko Dangote refinery, the NNPCL, NUPRC, the NMDPRA existed to carry out their duties as regulatory bodies. He said Dangote should understand that these are sectors dealing with regulations. Therefore, the bodies expect him to abide by the rules and nothing more. Even the Dangote group has rules and regulations that all stakeholders must adhere to. And we all agree to that. But the question is, when you can see that people are doing everything to sabotage your business or your project, do you sit quietly and say, well, that is cool, it's one of those things, so we're going to be okay and we're going to be getting by? Do you think that is fair on them? Especially looking at the amount of money that has been invested in there. And I did say this, that's why I said that the Nigerian oil refinery, the state oil refinery, seem not to be working, because those who are in the business of importing finished products, okay, into the country, see that is going to make their business go down. But again, is there a way that these ones now go to the Nigeria's own oil refineries, and this time around, looking at the Dangote refinery, go there themselves and buy those oil, finished product from them, and take it to various places? Because I bet you they're not going to, because they're not going to be paying for shipment from abroad to Nigeria of the finished products before they sell it on and move it to various places to do so. So what do you think is going to happen to them? It's going to be quite an interesting one, which we'll be watching very, very closely over the period of time, because that banter seems to be going on. Starr Radio UK at 11:52. Now, 11 months after he came to power in a coup, there are growing calls for Gabon's transitional president, Brice Oligui Nguema, to run for office. Interesting. Some group were saying that a year is so short a time that is in Nigeria to assess performance of a government. But another group of people in another country are saying, you know what? How many months now? But we think that you'll be the best candidate to run for election. He was sworn in September last year, less than a month after ousting President Ali Bongo, whose family has ruled the country for more than 5 decades. Now, Radio France International is reporting that on Saturday, the Deputy Prime Minister Alexandra Barrow Chambrea said he would not be a candidate. He said he and his rally for the Homeland Modernity RPM party will support the president if he stood in the presidential election scheduled for August 2025. The transition charter governing Gabon authorities Oligui Nguema to stand as a candidate, but not other leaders. But while the president's action on the ground suggests he intends standing, has not yet declared himself a candidate. So, well, if he walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, flaps his wings like a duck, of course, what would it be? It's definitely going to be a duck. But what do you think about all that? This and a lot more coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Still in Africa, at least 7,000 inmates are to be granted conditional release from the Makala Central Prison in the Democratic Republic of Congo in a bid to ease overcrowding at the facilities. Now, located in Kinshasa, it is the country's largest jail, built for 1,500 inmates in 1957, but now holding more than 15,000 people, including children and women. Conditions are notoriously bad at the prison, with inmates crammed into cells, eating poorly, and some suffering from water and respiratory diseases. The Justice Minister, Constant Mutamba, on Saturday approved the release of the first 421 people and said prisoners will be released at a rate of 400 a week. He said efforts are underway to reduce overcrowding in all Congolese prisons, and said a commission was set up to examine the cases of prisoners eligible for conditional release. Mutamba also ordered the release of those who are sick and minors from Makala Central Prison, and has forbidden the admission of new inmates. The aim is to halve the number of prisoners at the facility, and this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. A couple of stories before we move on to Ghana to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds there as well. But wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Now, a court in Libya on Sunday sentenced 12 current and former officials to term of up to 27 years in prison over their involvement in the collapse of 2 dams last year that sent a wall of water several meters high through the center of a coastal city. Thousands of people died. The 2 dams outside the city of Derna broke up on September 11 after they were overwhelmed by Storm Daniel, which caused heavy rain across eastern Libya. The failure of the structures inundated as much as a quarter of the city, officials have said, destroying entire neighborhoods and sweeping people out to sea. The Derna Criminal Court on Sunday convicted 12 current and former officials of mismanagement, negligence, and mistakes that contributed to the disaster, according to a statement from the office of the country's top prosecutor. The defendants who were responsible for managing the country's dams were given prison terms that range from 9 to 27 years. The statement said, without identifying them, 3 of the defendants were ordered to return money obtained from illicit gains. The statement said, without elaborating. The court acquitted 4 other people, it said. Sunday's verdict could be appealed before a high court, according to Libya's judicial system. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. At 3 minutes to the top of the hour, and let's quickly touch on one story from Ghana as well, a couple of them. Let's go through it. The Director of Elections and IT for the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Eduardo Mane Boama, has sharply criticized the Electoral Commission as the country approaches the general election. He claims the EC has not adequately prepared for the upcoming polls. Dr. Mane Boama's criticism focuses on what he perceives as the deficiencies in EC's IT and statistics department. He argued that these weaknesses could undermine the integrity and efficiency of the electoral process. The former communications minister highlighted recent typographical errors in the EC's data from the last limited voter registration exercise as evidence of the commission's shortcomings. He expressed serious concerns that such issues could impact the accuracy of election results. In a Facebook post on Monday, July 29, that's today, Dr. Mane Boama called on the EC to address these problems urgently. He stressed the need for immediate action to rectify the identified issues before the general election. In a quote, he said, "I submit to you that the IT and statistics outfit of the Electoral Commission of Ghana remains the weakest links going into the 2024 election." And said, think about the numerous EC incorrect figures that the National Election and IT Directorate of the NDC had corrected over the past few months, he said. But would they care about it? Or is it another ploy? It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. The 2023 Auditor General reports uncovered total irregularities of 8.799 billion Ghana cedis among public boards, corporations, and other statutory institutions. This is a sharp fall from the 2022 irregularities of 15 billion Ghana cedis, approximately 41% decline. The total irregularities included $4.585 million converted into Ghana cedis at the prevailing exchange rate of 11.88 to US dollar as of December 31, 2023. Overall, except procurement and contract irregularities, all the other irregularity types decreased in 2023 compared with 2022 financial year, even though 135 institutions were audited and reported on in 2023 compared with the 113 institutions audited and reported in 2022. The report indicated that 2023 total irregularities of the 8.7 billion Ghana cedis comprised a recoverable amount of 8.723 billion and administrative fractions figures of 66.807 million Ghana cedis. The administrative irregularities were procurement and other procedural infractions and lapses in public finance management. These administrative irregularities, it said, connote loss of funds. The report pointed out that the recoverable amounts constitutes intergovernmental agencies' debt, other overdue receivables, locked up investment, unpaid taxes, unretired interests, and advances and loans given to employees of various institutions. Well, quite an interesting one. But tomorrow I'll make sure, God willing, if we are back and we are live, I'll break it all down for you. At 1 minute past the top of the hour, I'll be going to take you to Cyprus. But for now, let's enjoy some music, and I prepare the grounds to take you to Cyprus. And this is from JVI. He says what? Crazy times. It's crazy times, right? Yes. Enjoy it. I'll be with you.
You've done it again. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. Give up now, just get up and go. Tougher situations down me, it's looking like we've hit an all-time low. But there's plenty time to go. See, these are crazy times, I know. But hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no, no. The sun will surely come out. We will be alright, alright, alright. We will be alright, alright, alright. We will be alright, alright, alright. You will be alright, alright, alright. Kudos to you for the strength you keep on showing. How the odds have been against you, but you dare to keep on going. Every day is a blessing, life is for living. You've got this fast and strong, and you bring the fire. Yes, you inspire. You're why I wrote this song. These are crazy times, I know. So hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no, no. The sun will surely come out. We will be alright, alright, alright. We will be alright, alright, alright. We will be alright.
Our listeners, it's Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, at exactly 3 minutes past the top of the hour. So we're going to be taking you to Cyprus, but I promise you one thing for sure, don't you worry at all. Crazy times, I'm going to be bringing you at the tail end of the program after we've had our own HRH Linda Pallion. But for now, let me cross over to Cyprus with Linda, and let's say good afternoon to you, Linda. I hope you are doing very well. And what are we looking at today?
We're talking about preparing yourself for opportunities you're looking for. We're going to look at networking and how to make the most of networking to boost your career.
Okay.
It's super important. It's not everybody's favorite topic or even thing to do, but it's a necessity.
All right, networking. Okay, yeah. So let's cross straight to you. Over to you.
Awesome. So networking is an exchange of information. In the business and the career sense, it's being in the same room as other professionals who might be able to help you, their stakeholders, ever help you, invest with you, share ideas, etc. So there's lots of physical networking events that are specifically organized for that, maybe different departments, but also networking can be formally organized or informal. So when you're at the salon or in the grocery shop, you can still network because you never know who you've met there. Right? Why is networking important? Because you get a lot of business and job opportunities that way. Studies have shown that 75% of jobs aren't even advertised. But if you're networking and you know someone who knows someone who's heard about something, you can get an insider's view into an opportunity that might then prove really valuable for you. You get a broader and deeper knowledge of it and of your subject area. And I'll cover this a bit more when I talk about the pros of networking. Innovation happens here, you can develop faster, and it also boosts your credibility and status within your field and industry if you do a lot of networking. Now I'll share with you a little bit about the dynamics of networking before we go on to other the pros of networking. What I found, there's 3 aspects to networking. There's 3 dynamic scenarios that you can be in. The easiest example is university students. I'll give you that example, and I'll give it to you, and I'll illustrate how it relates to you as a professional today, or as somebody who's early careers. So the first dynamic is that you need the networking contact, right? So you're the person that's seeking an opportunity. So the first thing is you have to understand that you'll be selling yourself more. You need to have prepared your pitch. You need to have prepared your services and tailored your service and product for that person. Research who you're going to be talking to, what their pain point is. Understand what you can offer them. So this might be in a job seeking scenario, or in the funding scenario, or looking for a partner scenario, or even looking for an employee. You might be, the first scenario is that you need them more than they need you. So you need to be doing more of the talking and more of the proving value. When it comes to in the university scenario, this will probably be when you're in your first year of university and all the potential employers come to the universities to do a careers day, and they bring all the sweets and their cookies and their keychains, etc., because they want to plant the seed and recruit you. And of course, the first year students are never interested in the career first because they don't quite yet see the value. So they might go around for the free pens and the whatever it is. So that's the scenario when they need you more than you need them. Like, that's the first scenario. The second scenario is when it's a mutual, you need them, they need you. That's the second scenario. So you're job seeking, but also you're in the position where you're not just going to work for anybody, so they need to prove themselves to you. It could also be second year students where they're looking for interns so that they can train them from the onset. You're looking for an internship so you can get work experience. So it's an equal exchange. So both parties need to prepare adequately for that equal exchange. You need to prove your value, but also allow enough time for them to convince you of their value. So I always say to clients that you talk an equal amount, and ask questions, they ask you questions, and there's an equal exchange there. And the third scenario is the contact needs you more than you need them. So, and in every networking scenario, you might have all 3, but you have to understand what player you are in the conversation, and then engage in the conversation as is necessary. So if they need you more than you need them, there's no point in you talking and introducing yourself, because the networking, especially for the formal ones, it's a short time to engage and to really make a difference and impact them in some way. So if they need you more than you need them, then you need to let them talk more so you can assess correctly whether it's a good opportunity for you, whether you're interested in funding this business or partnering with them or working for them. And if not, you can quickly move on. So these are the 3 scenarios. And just to close it off with the university example, this is final year when you're looking for a graduate job or a career afterwards. Suddenly you're chasing them with your application form. So in the first year when you couldn't even care about what they had to talk about, suddenly you're chasing them with applying for a job and a graduate opportunity and an entry-level role. So that's the three circles of networking. There's the dynamic where they need you more than you need them. There's a dynamic where it's an equal exchange. And there's a dynamic where you need them more than they need you. So then the interaction goes accordingly. Okay. Why is it important to network? And I'll give you some examples of how this has worked perfectly for some of my clients and for most people that do networking, that are huge advocates of networking. The first reason is it's an avenue to exchange ideas. Imagine if you're in a team and you have this departmental socials, you can exchange ideas on, okay, well, we have this strategic objective for the company. I'm thinking we're going to do this and that. How does your department fit into this? And be able to collaborate on ideas. So networking is super important for that. And it doesn't matter whether it's within your department, within your industry, within your sector, but the ideas flow. For example, in my field in career coaching and training, sometimes I get to talk with people who are in a complete different field, perhaps AI, perhaps marketing or branding or whatever, and you think, oh, actually, this really relates to what I've been talking about in terms of maybe the future of work. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's an opportunity to partner here. So the exchange of ideas really helps, and you don't have to know everything. You sort of get this knowledge and deeper understanding just from networking. So that's the first benefit. The second benefit is that it makes you noticeable. It's good PR for you to be visible within your industry and externally as well, out of your industry, so people know what you're doing, and then your name will come up when they need someone in your industry. So that's always very handy. It's also, as we said, an avenue for new opportunities, whether it's collaborations or job opportunities or recommendations, etc. Another benefit of networking is that you can reassess your qualification. And I think this is very important when we talk about networking in terms of assessing your qualifications. You might think that you've reached the top of your field and you're a top dog until you go and meet someone else who perhaps has the same title as you, but is doing a lot more interesting things that you could be doing to benefit your organization and commanding a higher salary. So really understanding what other people are doing on the same level as you is really important for comparison. I always say, I encourage people to compare. Companies and society has made it so much that we don't talk about how much you get paid, and therefore there's scope to rip you off because you don't know and you're never going to ask someone, and they're never going to tell you how much they get paid. So how do you know that you're being paid your worth? Mm-hmm. So, and the networking scenarios, you're able to assess what you've got, maybe qualifications that will probably help you to be better at your job to do that, or maybe actually I need to a higher salary, or actually I'm being paid a lot. So that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, but that comparison is really important that you can get through networking. The fifth benefit is that it improves your creative intellect in terms of what you aspire to do or achieve within your career, any partnerships, any innovations that you can come up with in collaboration with someone you've met there. You can also get support from high-profile individuals. That is one of the key benefits for networking, whether it's they're funding you or they're giving you advice for your project, or they're doing those super valuable introductions that happens when you interact with the right people, right? It's one thing to say, oh, I'm picking up the phone and cold calling someone. It's another thing to say, oh, I see you're friends with Mr. X. I'm trying to contact them. Could you please introduce me? Or can you please advise me on the best way to approach them? And they say, oh, don't be silly, I'll introduce you. They're my friend. And that's it. That cold lead becomes a warm lead because you've had that introduction. Also, your growth in status, if you're networking, of course, it impacts on your status of being seen as an active player in your industry. And then we've got growth in self-confidence. Of course, when you're the flag bearer for your industry in different rooms, you believe and you sort of see yourself as a professional in that field, and that really impacts on your self-confidence and also then the way you carry on your duties. And then developing lasting relationships. Of course, you never know when you meet people. And finally, a resource library. As I said, you can't be an expert on everything. but you can get the Blinkist summary version of what's going on in different industries that might affect your industry, that might be over the horizon thinking or looking what's coming up next in the industry. So these are like career trends, updated information on new legislation, any environmental factors that might affect your activities, and you get that as a resource through networking. So it's definitely a worthy thing to embrace and to participate in as much as possible.
Wow, networking. Listeners, it is Star Radio UK, HRH Linda Palian, all the way in Cyprus, coming your way this afternoon on Career 101. And today we're looking at networking and how you can use it to boost your career. Now she's come out with lots of points there. Whilst I'm listening to her, I've been putting some of the points down. But once a while, then you see that maybe she skipped something or you skipped something, and therefore you will need to maybe go back to listen to it. We've done it very, very, very easy for you to do. So just after this program, I'm going to have the podcast ready for you. It's going to be ready just 5 minutes after the program, and then you can go to the YouTube channel or all the platforms that we are broadcasting on. Go back and really listen to it, because we are here to help you. We bring you programs that are specifically cut to help enable you to be the best person you can be. And there's a saying that I always say when it comes to networking, and that pertains to what? It says your connection determines your collection, and therefore you have a good connection. My goodness, yeah, it could be challenging, but you would definitely have a better collection than somebody who's not got any at all. Okay, now let's look at sports. When it comes to sports, there, I mean, maybe you want to network, and then maybe you have to go play golf. Maybe you don't know how to play golf or tennis or something of the sort. And how can people use that one as well? Is it something that is good, or once you go there you don't know how to play that, it's just a matter of you wasting your time just going to sit there and look at people playing, and then you do what?
I think sports is one of the avenues you can use for informal networking. It's proven to be very successful. It's not the only one, though. If it's a sport that you're not super familiar with, there is, and I mean, I say this in networking, but when I'm doing life coaching, we talk about using this in dating. There's nothing more that builds connection more is when someone is teaching you something, right? So then you can go, oh, I see that, I love your swing on that. Can you teach me how to do that? And then they feel like in a powerful position anyway. Everybody loves to impart knowledge. That is like the greatest icebreaker, because if they're a decent person you want to network, they'd probably want to teach you how to do it. And then you've started this conversation and you've got it going already. So you can do that and use that as a way in if you're not good at the sport to do it, or find something you have in common, because they might if they're there to play and they want to play with the beginners. I know people are really bad at this. When they go for tennis, they want to play with someone they've met their match with.
Yeah. Wow, interesting. Now, there are a few times that when I go to events or things like that, I go there and I try to just play this, and as if I'm a novice, I don't know much there, and I'll prop you up so that you think that and then you tell me about maybe what you're saying. I already know the whole thing, but because I want that connectivity there, so I try to do that. And I think it's a good thing that we have to all learn and try to do as well.
Absolutely. Great. I love being underestimated, because it sets the bar low and it's never surprised.
You do things and they say, I think this guy has got lots up his sleeve, and I just smile and just walk off. Well, listen to Star Radio UK, HRH Linda Palian. She has books that's been written that will help you in your career as a whole, and that's why when we bring you this program, I always want her to talk about that book. You can also get it. It's available. She's going to be giving you all those details. So over to you, Linda, before we run up that discussion.
Awesome. So definitely, I've been talking about networking, and I've taken that from my career workbook. And I love to give practical advice, and what I was talking about, networking dynamics, is on page 70, and it has a diagram, so it shows you exactly where you might be in sort of the networking dynamics page. Also has a checklist that you can take with you for your networking to ensure that you have everything you need for successful networking in terms of follow-ups, in terms of doing your research, how to contact that person. The career success gives you a whole chapter on networking and how to do that properly in terms of informal networking, networking for shy people, how to get a buddy with you, how to get people to know your name first before you've even met to them. How powerful is that? When you walk in the room, people already know your name. And that's all in the resource, as we're saying, in the Career Success book. It's a series, and you can find it on Amazon, and it's available everywhere. You just have to type in career series and Linda Pallian, and you'll come across it on Amazon. They're very affordable at $20 or £20 per book, and it's a wealth of information on networking. And I wrote this with you in mind because I want it to be super practical for you so that you can succeed at this. And of course, it has everything else that you need, all the tools you need for your career. That's why it's called Career Success Tools. So please do take advantage of it on Amazon. It's the price of an average meal, right?
Of course.
It has to be gourmet. An average meal, you can afford it.
Yeah. Okay, listen, it's Starr Radio UK. Before we run up, can you just put your contact details and everything, and if you want to summarize what we've discussed today too, please.
Absolutely. So we've been talking about networking, and I do encourage you to do it. We've spoken about the benefits of networking and how you can use it to your advantage. And whilst we're doing that, I'm looking to network with people who are booksellers or have a big audience who would like to bulk stock the career books or to buy them for the career development. So definitely, if you're listening and you have those contacts, definitely get in touch with me. You can contact me on my website, lindapallian.com, and you can see more about the books and the whole career tool process, the career process for that. You can contact me on LinkedIn at Linda Pallian. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Linda Pallian as well. And definitely do feel free to email me. Or you can email me at hello@lindapallian.com.
Or hello@lindapallian.com. She is my cheerleader. She can be your cheerleader if you allow her to. So with all those contacts that she's giving you, make sure you use them. It will help you a great deal. Linda, let me say thank you very much for this wonderful time with you once again.
With pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So that has been Linda Pallian for you. And as I did say, we have to bring the program to a close a bit earlier than usual. But it's now 12:24, so we're going to be bringing the program to a close. But before we do so, let me just quickly go through some of the information that we have for you, especially maybe one that comes to your travels and the others, if there have been any change, so that we can let you know before you embark on your journeys, or if there have been any change in any story that is making the rounds as well. As I did announce earlier on your travel this morning, the Central Line is still experiencing minor delays. Hammersmith and City, minor delays. Great northern, not Great Northern minor delays there as well. On the London Overground, part closure and suspension, part suspension and part closure. Okay, that's the latest one that has come in. So no service between Stratford and Richmond Clapham Junction due to network rail track defect at Hampstead Heath. Now until end of service on 4th of August. So that's some more information for you pertaining to your travels this morning or today. Now on the major routes, well, they've been now A23 is experiencing serious delays. A24, A41, Central London Red routes and South Circular and North Circular A406 are all experiencing serious delays. Also on the river this now, well, there's good service throughout. Okay, and then the London cable car is also experiencing a good service there. That brings us straight to the final segment, and that is the National Rail. as I did announce earlier on, now there's a few updates here. Gatwick Express, Great Western Railway, Greater Anglia, Northern Rail, ScotRail, Southwestern Railway, and Southern are experiencing minor delays now. So that's a good one. That's a good one on that front. Okay, now finally, before we go, checking on some of the headlines that has come in now. Okay, husband sentenced to life in prison for conspiring to murder wife in 1981. It's been a long time, but hey, it's one of the stories that has just come up today, or just when we took the break. And it says that Morgan has been jailed for life for wicked plot against his wife. During a hearing that contained some distressing details, Mr. Justice Martin Spencer detailed how Alan Morgan came to plot his wife's murder. The judge said Morgan, 74, must serve a minimum of 22 years behind bars, which was handed down as part of a life sentence. In the court, he said the brutality of the killing shocked all those who attended the scene. The judge said, while outlining how he found Morgan to be wicked. Okay, that's some of the stories making the round there as well. A ban on puberty blockers introduced by the previous government using emergency legislation law was lawful. The High Court has ruled. The former Health Secretary Victoria Atkins kept the use of the drugs for children and young people with gender dysphoria under emergency powers at the end of May. A trans campaign group then took the legal action, arguing that she had failed to consult patient groups and misuse the emergency process. Health Secretary Wes Stretton said he welcomed the court ruling, adding that children's healthcare must be evidence-led. Transactual UK said it condemned the decision by the High Court and would try to appeal it once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we bring the program to a close for today. As I promised you, bringing you that tune from other parts, or from Ghana, from Ajewa, who says, all right, they're crazy times, but everything seems it's gonna be all right, whatever you are going through. Let's enjoy that tune, and when that tune ends and you don't hear from me, then it's been me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day. But well, I know that story there. South Africa Zuma faces expulsion from ANC. Some are saying he's facing expulsion, others are saying he's been expelled. So which is which? Okay, this and a lot more going to be coming your way, God willing, tomorrow when we come your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Until I see you tomorrow, have a lovely day, and make sure those of you here in the UK, well, the temperatures are going to soar a bit, but make sure you are protected. Use your sunscreen and stuff like that. But keep safe, and God bless you. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye for now.
You've done it again.
Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright.
Give up now, just get up and go. Tougher situations tell me it's looking like we've hit an all-time low. But there's plenty time to go. See, these are crazy times, I know, but hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no. The sun will surely come out. We will be alright, alright, alright. We will be alright, alright, alright. We will be alright, alright, alright. You will be alright, alright, alright. Kudos to you for the strength you keep on showing. How the odds have been against you, but you dare to keep on going. Every day is a blessing, life is for living. You've got this fast and strong, and you bring the fire, yes you inspire. You're why I wrote this song. These are crazy times, I know, so hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no, no. The sun
Thanks for listening.